are talking about ambition with women in Portland this morning because of this new book called Double Bind, Women on Ambition. The editor, Robin Romm, joins us. And Robin, thanks so much for coming in.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Now, ambition, I mean, it is sort of this lofty thing. You say the word, and I don't know if I could put into words what those women were able to. Why take up this subject?
Well, I just started to think about it a lot when I was probably in my early 30s, and I had accomplished a lot of things, but was struck with the feeling of both pride in my accomplishments and also a sort of nagging feeling of like self-effacement and feeling like I was compelled to strive, but also there was something like a constant retreat or just a really complicated reaction to ambition. And I thought that it would be interesting to ask other people if they were having the same reaction, and the book grew naturally out of those conversations.
And what did you find? Are they having the same kind of conflict?
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really interesting that pretty much everybody thought they had something to say about ambition, thought that they had an essay in them, and then realized quickly that it was really hard to talk about. They were filled with conflict. They weren't sure what it was. You know, yes, I'm ambitious, and then I definitely have feelings about that, and then I would get an email the next day saying, well, you know, I think I'm lucky, or I think I'm engaged,
but
it's
so loaded for women.
It's so loaded for women.
It is a loaded word.
Because when you think about some ambitious women who strive for big things can be interpreted as something other than ambitious.
Kind of get pegged with some maybe not so nice terms or names.
Yeah, it can rhyme with witch.
Yes. Was that a common fear that you found among ambitious women?
Yeah, I mean, I think every ambitious woman has had the experience of being called something that rhymes with witch, or strident, or aggressive, or, you know, assertive, or something that doesn't quite feel like their own feeling about their ambition, which is, oh, I'm curious, and I want to learn, and I want to master a skill set, and I want to be successful, and I want to have confidence and pride in my work. I think that's the personal feeling about ambition, and then the world has a really different interpretation of women who strive.
I was talking, Robin, to one of my girlfriends about how why as women we're always feeling this need to apologize, or do you have just a second, or oh, I'm sorry,
or just say it's luck.
Yeah, or we're so lucky and blessed and all that. Why is it that is it society putting that, or do we put that on ourselves?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think that, you know, there's so many reasons. I don't think the book actually manages to find just one simple reason why it's so complicated. But yeah, I mean, I think women are expected to be egoless and perfect and accommodating and motherly and all kinds of things that don't necessarily jibe with our understanding of ambition.
Well, and the truth is, I think we are all of those things.
All of those
things. I think women are all of those things.
Yes.
And I think it's okay. I mean, I want my girls to grow up and have a purpose in life, whatever it is for them, and not to feel like they have to apologize for that, whether it's to stay home and raise their kids or go out and conquer the world.
Absolutely.
And maybe you should give them this book, Tracy.
Well, I better read it first.
The cover itself is neat in that the cover, very small, you can see in words, are how women define ambition.
Yeah, the book designer was inspired by the topic, and he went and asked, I think, 250 women to talk about ambition, and quotes are all over the cover and inside the leaves of the book. It's really quite a beautiful design.
Have you changed your perception on what you define ambition as?
I definitely had to come up with a definition of ambition, you know, this idea that, you know, it's different from a goal. So like if you want to lose 10 pounds, that might not be an ambition. But if you want to master something that the world recognizes and do like important work in the world, that's an ambition. So it helped me to sort of isolate what I thought it was. And also my hope with the book was that it would help other people see that it's a challenging topic for everybody. And that everybody has this feeling that, you know, they're caught in a personal sort of a struggle between a personal set of feelings about ambition and the world's interpretation of that. So.
Well, we're calling on all ambitious women to head to Powell's this evening because Robin will be there for a book reading at 7:30. That's Powell's on Burnside. A great topic.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing it to our
Thanks so
attention.
much for having me.